remains constant over the centuries. But human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Hello everyone! Genshin stream! Ngayon lang ulit tayo nakapag-stream guys. Pasensya na. Hindi na natin natapos on stream yung Stray. Natapos ko na siya ng hindi nag-i-stream. So, hindi na natin mapagpapatuloy yung game na yon sa stream nga lang. Natapos ko na siya. So, bawi tayo ngayon para sa Genshin Impact. Ayan. So, may bagong update ngayon. Sumeru. Bagong map. Bagong contents. Marami tayong gagawin ngayon. May bago din atang Archon quest, kung hindi ako nagkakamali. Archon quest, and then may mga events ba? May mga bago din characters. Makikita natin kung ano ba yung mga bagong characters na yan. Wait lang guys. So, silipin lang natin saglit. Tignan na natin sino ang ating wish banner. Oh my god. Ito yung pinakabagong character na release ngayon. Si Tignari. Yung pagkakabigkas niya ata. Hindi ako sure. And then si Collie. Ayan. Mga ano sila, bow users. O nga so tignan mo. Panay bow users na nandito. Tignari, si Collie, si Diona, tsaka si Fischl. Oh my god. Tapos yung isang banner naman, syempre, si Zhongli. Isa sa pinaka magaling na support. Pinaka magandang support. So, pareha sila maganda. Nakita ko din ang ganda ng DPS nito ni Tignari. Tsaka mga pang ano din sa ata, mga pang debuff. Kung di ako nagkakamali. Yung mga skills niya. Zhongli naman pwedeng support, pwede ring burst DPS, tapos pwede ring physical DPS kung gusto nyong gawin yun. Kayo bahala. Then, itong mga weapons nila. Tignan na natin ano itsura nitong... Hindi siya pwedeng i-preview. No? Gusto ko makita itsura nitong ano eh. Pero Vortex Vanquisher para kay Zhongli, and then yung Hunter's Spot para kay Tignari. Kung tama ba ako ng pagkakabigkas sa pangalan niya. Then si Collie, ayan siya. Parang support type lang din ata ito. Ito. Kasi ito rin, pwede din natin support type. Di ko rin alam. Pero sa ngayon, hindi ako mag-wish sa kanila. Mag-skip ako sa pareho sa kanila dahil antayin ko yung sunod na banner, si Ganyu. Kasi guaranteed ako sa susunod na 5-star. Kaya, mag-iingat ako. So, yung PT ko naman ngayon is I think nasa around 15 ata. Hindi ako. Uy, parang nag-iba yung itsura na itong... Nag-iba ba? Or ako lang? Parang nag-iba itsura niya. So, ayan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 na lang. Tigpa 5 na lang. 6 yan dati. And then, ayan nga. Ayan. So, 15 ako. 15 yung PT ko. Then, meron akong 9,668 na Primo Gems na equal sa... Ayan, 60 na wish. So, meron na bali akong 75 na PT kung abutin ako sa hard PT. So, malay natin, baka dito sa 60 na to, makuha ko na si Ganyu sa next banner. Plus pa nyan, pwede pa akong bumili dito. 4. Then, nadadagdagan pa naman siguro yan as nag-wish ako. Tingnan na natin. Ayun pa din pala yung costume ni Dilok, hindi naman pala natanggal. Then, ayun. So, yun yung mga banners natin para ngayon. Ano pa ba? So, guys, sa mga nanonood dyan, huwag nyo kakalimutan mag-like, mag-react, and mag-share ng stream natin. Malaking tulong yung gagawin nyo para sa akin.
Once, there was a glorious
may battle pass. Ito yung lagi yung battle pass eh. Panoodin na lang din natin.
Tasked with seeking out the Genesis Pearl from
So,
the
yun yung
Kingdom
lore
of Darkness.
nung Genshin na isa.
The first crowned heir began her journey of seeking the pearl. But she was deceived. and the memory of her noble origins
Ito
faded.
yung laging,
She now believed that she was the
ano tawag
queen
dito?
of the
Ito yung
kingdom of
laging
darkness.
unang lumalabas
But take
pagka
heart. A
may
second
new
crowned
update
heir had
or
already
patch.
taken up the path where the first had stumbled. This is the story of your journey, of your tale to be told.
Okay. So, may battle pass tayo. Anong mga battle? Wait nga. May bago bang... Ay, hindi. Wala pa atang bagong ano, no? Abyss. Hindi pa kasi ako nag-ano eh. Then, ayan. So, same pa din. Pag-grind sa battle pass. Pam, thank you sa pag-like. Share mo naman. Tapos, ayan. Weekly mission, same pa din. Ganun pa din. Wala namang bago din dito sa battle pass. Lang tagal mag-load ng akin nasa biligan upgrade mo na kasi. Then ayun bago. Wala pa din. So may bagong event. Then ayun lang yung mga nasa battle pass sa Wish. Ay tate pa mo tignan mo. Si Zhongli. Yate pa magsisito yan eh kay Zhongli. Siwa na siya kay Zhongli kaso 50-50 siya ngayon. Ayoko mag-wish. Sa ano pa ako? Kay Ganyu pa ako. Ayan. Then, battle pass. Same pa din. Teka nga, kunin na natin to sa login. Ayan. Then, ito. Tignan natin tong mga nasa event. So, ito yung magiging quest. At, may free character tayo. Si Collie. So, hindi na ako mag-wish talaga para makuha siya. Kasi mabibigay lang siya eh. Ano to? Philosophy. Ito. So, ito yung bagong ano, mga bagong pang level up material. Ang cute nung itsura oh. Hindi siya scroll. Ay, hindi kaya nabago yung iba? Naiba kaya din yung itsura ng iba? Kasi sa Sumeru, ayan oh. Philosophies of ingenuity, admonition. Tapos may pang crown na naman. Ang dami ko pang ganyan. Then test run. Ayan. Kasi nung merong gusto kay Zhongli, pwede nyo nang i-test run. Tapos makukuha nyo siya. Tapos ito, mangolekta na din kayo ng core lapis kasi kailangan ni Zhongli yan. Ang tagal pa naman mag-reset nito. 3 days siya bago mo lumabas ulit eh. Yung si Tignari. Bagong items ulit oh. Si Collie. Mga bagong items lang. Isa Sumeru items na ata ito. Then ayan. Story quest ni Tignari. Hindi ko pa nga natatapos yung kay Yellow na tsaka kay ano. Kay Kazuha. Kaya masisave lang ulit siya. Kawawa naman. Then ito ano to. Okay, ito na yung bagong area ata eh. Punta natin yan mamaya. Ito ata sa trailer yung nasusunog. Yung nasusunog na. Maganda yung kay Yelan. Na next ko nga yun eh. Gagawin. Ito ata yung nasusunog sa trailer eh, di ba? Spoiler sa mga hindi pa sa mga hindi pa nakakanood ng trailer. Oh, bagong boss. Testingin din natin to. Testingin natin. New challenge. Kailan kaya magkaka-world level 9 no para lumakas yung mga world mobs lang. Kikan nga na parang broccoli na lettuce na. Halo. So ayun lang. Salamat sa joke lang. Okay, may bagong asan na yun? Hindi ko alam bakit lagi nag-aano to. Wala naman ako. So, ayun. Ano pa ba? Ito, dailies. Then, ito, may Archon Quest, Chapter 3. O, nakalagay, Chapter 3. Nasa Act 3 na nga pa. Ay, Act 3 ba tayo? Act 2. Hindi ko alam. Then, ito yung kay Elan eh. Hindi ko pa natatapos eh. Hindi ko na natatapos pa. Tapos may mga bago na. Si Kazuha, tapos si Tignari. Dami ko pa nga ding hangout events oh. Kay Ningwang pa lang nagagawa ko, pero isang ending pa nga lang nagagawa ko. Back tayo. Ayan. Tapos, siguro gawin muna natin mga dailies. Then, explore na natin tong, oh my god, yung bagong mapa. Hindi ko pa pala napapakita sa inyo. So, ayan na yung magiging Sumeru. Medyo maliit siya, no, kung ikukumpara siya sa Leeway. Sa bagay, parang Mondstadt din pala. Kasi dati wala pa tong Dragon Spine eh. Ito lang yan eh. Siguro sa mga future updates, dito sa taas, dito, parang ginagawa nila dito sa ano, Dakasam. Tapos dito sa Inazuma, itong Sirai Island. And then yung Surumi Island. So, ayun. Gawin muna natin dailies and then explore mode tayo. Explore mode. Nakaka-excite. Bagong update. Bagong mapa. Guys, mamimiss ko yung Inazuma. Pero kailangan na natin lumipat sa Sumeru. Ay. Kailan kaya mag-interact yung mga ano? Teka nga, inaan natin konti yung, ay teka, may mail, ano to, ay baka Primo Gems 600 guys, may Primo Gems nga pala, oh. Hindi ko alam to, ah. Ayaw nga pala, nag-maintenance. Ay wait, bago natin i-claim, meron akong tetestingin. Tagal ko nang gustong, ito na, moment of truth. Oy! Ay, hindi pa din siya makabab. Hindi. Meron siyang, ayun na. Nakakakit na siya. Woo! Woo! Hindi ka na may stuck. Oh yeah! Salamat naman, inayos na nila. Ayan na, inayos na nila. Hindi na tayo mahihirapan. Nice. Okay, balik na tayo kay Raiden. Nadaling ko si Bennett kasi sayang wala akong Klee para magawa natin yung mga memes. Sinunog yung Sumeru. Diyos kong Klee yan. Claim all na nga natin. Ayan. So guys, may 600 bali na Primo Gems. Ilan na ang atin? Uy, 10,000 na. Nice. 10,000. Teka nga, gawin na natin to. Ano ba to, si Anthony na naman? Ba't ba, nung gumaling to si Ana, takbo na ng takbo ko saan? Anong nangyayari sa'yo, Ana? Alright. Pangatlong beses na to eh. Hindi ako makaalis dito sa sa mga daily commissions ng Mondstadt kasi mayroon akong gustong gawin na quest. Ayan. Yung sa ano, mga Shnesnayan ba tawag doon? Yung kila Mikael ba yun? Yan nandito. Loading pa naman. Grace daw. Sino nga ba si Sister Grace? Ito ba yun? Dito ba yun? Saan ba ako? Baka nandito lang pala sa labas na hindi ko nakita. Hindi ba nandito pa din siya sa taas? Anong gagawin ko? Find Ana. Ay, di lagi. Ay, oo nga. Dito na ba siya lagi natambay? Hindi pala ako nakaano. Ito si Sister Grace. Ito, tanongin natin. I must look up. She's in the hands of... Oh. Oo nga, nung gumaling sa bagay, tagal niya nagkaroon ng sakit eh. Siyempre, tamang gala-gala mode. Naninibago ako sa controls ng Genshin. Nakala ko may double jump. Naglalaro kasi ako ng Tower of Fantasy. Ayan. Don't catch a cold now. Okay. So, no one might be here. Dapat lang, delikado ginagawa. Paano ko nga nakaakyat dito?
One with nature.
Balik tayo. Balik na tayo kay... Saan pa ba yun? Ah, hindi pa pala dito yun.
Check.
Ayan. Let's go. Balik na tayo kay Anthony.
Check.
At may entrance tayong maganda. Oh. Ayan na guys. Okay, Animo Archon, Mr. Grace. Take this. Okay. Done na sa isang daily. Defeat Eye of Storm, Sabotage. Ito muna tayong mga dipit na ewan. Bago natin Hindi, meow. Laro tayo Valorant mamaya. How nag-Valorant ka natin pa?
Love it when it snows.
Pwede
The
naman.
world falls completely silent.
Update ko na yung Valorant
And
ko
I can
ulit.
sleep undisturbed.
Uy, ano yun? Bakit nagka-crack? Kaka-excite Sumeru, everyone! Sumeru. New update, new mapa after... Ay, nakita na ako.
Another problem. Stabilize in this quickly.
The range knows me.
Ay, mali. Nag-ano na yung burst ni Bennett. Hindi ko... Dito na lang. Umanda ka.
Gather.
I'm going in! Let's light it up!
One with nature.
Wala, hindi din ako nakapag-burst sa iba. Kaya nga sana magkaroon na at least ng world level 9 eh, para pahirap man lang. Uy, may nakikita ko. Kunin natin to. Parang precious chest pa ata yun, no? Ay, ako nga. Ano ba yung precious chest? Sige, kunin natin. Sayang.
There is no escape!
The range knows me.
I will have order.
But a momentary
Ayan na, guys.
distraction.
Oh, nasa launcher pa rin. Stream ko sa Twitch. Nakakahiya. Tagal ko na din naglalaro ng Valorant. Nasa launcher pa rin. Antayin mo lang yan natin, Pam. Baka hindi na naman gumana. Tapos magre-reinstall ka. Dito tayo. Teka nga lang, guys. Ito. Dun. Ganda talaga soundtrack ng ano, Genshin. Ang ganda. Nauna pa ako magpa-update sa'yo, naglaro ka na. Ay, baligtad pala ako.
Stabilize.
Dito nga tayo maglagay.
Everybody stand back! Shine
Dito na
down!
natin gamitin yung burst.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Ginamitan ng burst. Ay, mali. At parang di ko ginamit. May Eye of Storm ba? Iya mo na nga. Nasaan ba yan? Bad trip. Ginamitan ng burst yung balloon. Lipad-lipad lang. Kunin natin to. Ano ba pag gagamit ako ng... Oy! Lumipad! No!
One with nature.
No! Hindi umabot. Bad trip.
Time to go.
Ayan na guys. Labanan natin yung Eye of Storm. Ayun siya nalipat, diba? Animo nga pala to, no? Hindi gagana yung kay Kazuha. Ay, hindi. Antayin lang natin mag-burst si Bennett. Ano yun? Ano nangyari sa kanya?
Gather.
Illusion shattered! Let's light it up!
Order guide you.
Ay, nag-ano siya. Bad trip, lumipad pala.
Stabilize.
Hindi ka na, bilisan mo. Bumaba ka dyan.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Ah,
Fallen leaves adorn my
patay
night.
na yan. Oh my god, hindi siya tinatamaan. Bagsak. Matalino.
Gather.
Shine down!
Into the wind.
Sayang. Hindi tumama lahat ng ng burst 2. Balik tayo dito. Ayan, ayan. Ayan na, wait lang guys. Kunin natin yung daily commission something something. Ito.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Ayan, makikita din natin si
Thank you for completing
Catherine
today's
mamaya
commissions.
sa
Here is your reward.
anong pangalan yan? Sa Sumeru. Ayan. Ay, kunin na nga din natin
Ad
yung ano,
Astra
yung mga dispatch para malagay na natin ulit. Ay, mali. May ano na nga pala ulit. Si Kaching, si Chongyun, then si Kujasara. Ayan. Okay. Then ayun na, naggawa na natin yung iba. Pero magagawa pa natin yung iba siguro. So heal muna tayo sa dito. Bago tayo gawin yung quest ng Sumeru. Everyone, ito na tayo. Heal lang tayo, ayan. Then gagawin na natin tong quest. 34 days lang talaga, no? Prerequisite quest. Okay, ayan. Navigate na tayo. Saan tayo pupunta? Go to the land of the Dendro Archon. Wow, so wala man lang ano. Hindi ka na pupunta kay Catherine sa Liwe. Then magbibigay siya ng quest sa'yo. Swerte ng mga nag-log out malapit dito sa ano. Sa ano pangalan nito? Teka lang. Kunin din natin muna tong saang lugar ba ang entrance dito? Wait nga lang guys. Maglalag by stream ko. Ayan na. Punta na tayo. Unlock muna natin din tong teleporter. Meron ba rito sa baba? Ah, ito yung entrance niya. Uy, bukas na to. Ito yung sarado to dati. Puro bato pa yan dati, oh. Nice. That's nice. Ayan na, guys. Let's go. Ang Electro Archon. Ang pasok na tayo. Tsaka yung Geo Archon. Ay, teka, kailangan ko ta sa dailies. Mali, huwag kang umakit dyan, Zhongli. Teka lang.
Solidify!
Ilan na ano natin, daily? 5 pa lang yun, what the hell? Seryoso? Ayun na, oh my god, nakikita nyo ba to, guys? Nakikita nyo ba to? Ayun na. Teka lang. Ayan na. Ang ating, saglit lang. Wait nga lang, guys. Saglit lang. Nais ko lang saglit yung sa stream. Ayan.
Boats are made for transferring commodities
Gulat ako
back
sa
and forth,
Zhongli. Visit
and
ka.
those that come across Liu tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Kay ride din naman tayo para siya ano din. Wait lang, guys.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Ba't kaya ayaw? Nasaan na yan? Ayan. Okay, guys, I'm back. Ayan na tayo, Sumeru time, Sumeru time. Uy, may sili. Ano yun, sundan agad natin, tapos saan tayo dadalhin ito. Oh god, ang ganda nung ano, pati yung mga down, no? Yung vegetation nung ano. Oh my god, ang ganda. Uy, may bagong mobs, kalaban ba yun? Teka lang. Gusto kong atakihin agad. Hello. Ay, sorry. Baboy pala yun. Ayan na. Diyos ko. Okay, sundan natin yung sili. Ang lit naman ng baboy na yun. Oh yeah, go through the forest. Ito na tayo, guys. Ayan na. Ano yan? 4-leaf sigil. This crest, which looks like a 4-petaled flower, will sometimes appear in Sumeru. And when those who can manipulate the elements are facing one such crest, they can use it. Oh, okay. Ang angas naman nun. God damn. Ayan na, Sumeru, guys. Sumeru!
Now we made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your brother. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance
ayan
to
na,
meet
guys.
the God of Wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information. But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That'll give us a way better view of things. Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby.
Yeah, that's true. Buti nag-iisip, may naglalakad.
Wait a second. Look! There's someone up ahead!
Baka pang ano to sa research. Yung costume nyo, yung outfit niya. Sa
Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers.
Okay.
Hey there!
Oh.
We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like
Iniwanan
to
na
ask for
sila.
some directions. Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
Oh god. Ayaw. Suplado.
What's going on here? There's no way she could have
So-
missed that.
Suplado
Wait.
naman yan.
Could she be ignoring us? How dare she?
Ang ingay mo kasi, Paimon.
Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her.
So,
When we get
susundan
the
natin.
chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions.
Okay. Pero, ayun na tayo, guys. Nasa Sumeru na.
Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us.
Yung nga, akit ako doon. Bahala ka dyan, Paimon. Basta ako kukunin ko to.
Take them. I have no need.
Oh god. Ganda ng lugar. Alam mo kung ano nagre-remind sa akin dito? Yung Guild Wars 2, kung alam niya, natatanda niya pa, in-stream ko dati dito. Sa, ano pangalan ng lugar na yun? Sa Heart of Thorns na mapa. Para siyang ganun yung mga map. So ano to, parang ano? Anong tawag dito? Yung parang meron kang isa Batman, yung nakalimutan ko yung tawag doon, visit. Ang angas naman niya kung may dendro character ka dito, no?
One with nature.
Kaso hindi kasi ako magpupul para sa kanila eh. Okay, meron ako nakikitang
Into the wind.
Oculus. Ilan kaya hindi ko pa nga makakompleto yung sa ano eh, sa Inazuma eh. Siguro kakompleto yung kaysa Inazuma off-stream na lang. Same din dito sa Statue of 7 kasi boring na content naman yan. Ayun na yung city. Hindi na natin siya kailangan sundin. Kasi meron naman tayo mapa eh. Ba't pa natin siya susundin? May mapa naman tayo dito. Ayan, okay. Okay, anong cutscene to? Damn, what the hell? What are those? I saw them. Okay. Baka mga native creatures lang ng ano yan. Kasi Paimon, napaka-urirat talaga kahit kailan eh. Ilang Dendroculus para sa level 2? 20? Golly, man! 20? What the hell? Parang dati kailangan mo lang 8. Ilan kailangan? Ang dami, Diyos ko po. Nagulat ako dun. Wait nga. Si Traveler, i-ano natin. Gawin natin Dendro si Traveler. Traveler, ayan.
Just what will become?
Dendro. Resonate with Dendro. Ayan. Nice. E. Nice. That's nice. Ang angas na na. T. Bakit tayo pumindot ng T? Aray, nalaglag ako. Ano to? Pag pinindot natin yung E. Okay. So, parang yung sa Inazuma din na para sa Inazuma din na ano. Woo! My God, ang angas nun. Isa pa. Woo! Para kasi Batman. Okay na, tama na. Masaya na. Sino yung nawala? Si Xiong.
A walk would be nice.
Okay, sundan na natin tong babae.
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished.
Huh.
Let's go take a closer look.
Okay. Paimon.
Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she?
Huh.
What should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again?
Wag na, nakita na natin sa mapa, nasan?
Looks like she's meditating or something. If we bother her now, she probably wouldn't let us off very lightly.
Paimon talaga, napaka-ano, kahit kailan. Nice!
Oh!
Baka nagluluto
What a
siya.
lovely smell! It's coming from that sensor over there. This is
Na
definitely not
baka-
your typical place to go home, but at least it smells nice.
Baka ano yan, yung parang, anong tawag doon, yung
Maybe
nilalagyan na
living
oil.
here wouldn't be too bad after all.
Oh god, what the hell is happening? Traveler!
What's the matter?
Ano
You don't
nangyayari?
look too good.
The smell,
What?
it's...
Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel anything.
Okay. I got to get out of here. Bakit yun? Ano nangyayari? Oh, what the hell? Hindi ka kayang buhatin ni Paimon.
Traveler, this is no time for a nap. Oh, come on.
Oh god, ano nangyayari? Kidnapper ba yan? Ayun ba yung mga pampatulog? Ayun na ito yung pampatulog ba? Ah, man. Follow the voice. Okay, feeling ko nakikita natin yung oh, ano to? World 3? Ano to? Elden Ring? Elden Ring ba to? Oh, cutscene. Damn. Baka may premonition siya. Oh, damn. Baka meron siya premonition, guys. Ayan, oh. Golly. Okay. Nasa World 3 tayo ng Elden Ring. Kung alam nyo yun, guys. Elden Ring all over again. Damn, hirap na laro na yun sobra. Pero ang saya. Ah. Okay. Ano daw? What? Sino yung boses na yun? Si ano ba yun? Si... ang tawag doon? Dendro Archon ba yun or hindi?
Are you sure it's not serious? The Traveler's been out for a long time now.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that she's going to be alright, then there's
Oh,
absolutely
that's Scully.
nothing to worry about.
Ayan na si Kali.
Are you awake now?
Ayun na.
Oh,
Amber
thank
of
goodness,
the
Traveler,
Sumeru.
you're finally awake.
Where am I?
Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Paimon was in
Where
such
are
a
we?
panic when you
Yeah.
passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is.
Nasa
This is
Sumeru na kayo.
Minerville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest
Oh,
rangers
okay.
as a base of operations. My name is
That's
Kali.
nice.
I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh,
Nasaan na yung babae
no,
kanina?
no things are necessary. I
Iniwan
didn't
lang
do
sila?
anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort?
Stays in my mouth. It's so
Oh.
bitter.
That's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious.
Ayun na mga herbal.
Before I
Herbal.
forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up.
Okay. Oh god. Ano to? Anong tawag dito? Yung mga prescribed medicine.
Whoops!
Oh, come on, Kali. Ayun, narinig.
Colin,
Cut!
what's the matter?
What the hell?
Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you
Ayun na
must
siya, yung
be
5-star
careful with
character.
these. All right, I'll get it for you once I'm finished here.
Okay.
Sorry, Master.
Ba yan, Kali? Buhatin na lang eh.
The guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
Ah, the
right?
strict
This is the
teacher.
second time he's come down with food poisoning this month.
Golly.
I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Pangalawa?
Yes,
Sa
please
isang
do.
buwan?
If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly.
Ayan, okay. So, babalik na si Tignari. Tainari ba? Tignari. Parang
So,
Tainari ata yung...
How are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari.
Ayun, Tainari
He
nga.
is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well.
Okay.
It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in
Okay.
isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense
Okay.
known as spirit borneol to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination.
Mhm.
In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneol I just mentioned. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make sense?
Okay,
Very
parang
good.
meron nga siyang
Now,
vision eh.
answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences?
Oh, meron.
Or did you see anything while unconscious?
Meron siyang premonition.
Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Okay.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
Master Tainari.
Master Tainari.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
50-50 ako dahil
Further
kay Mia.
observation?
Bumili lang ako Triwelkin para di ako. Pero di pa ako nagtatry mag-pull. Siya. Natalo ka pala sa 50-50 ate. 50-50 pa. We need to get...
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
What the hell? Ano yan?
Ooh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else.
Hindi ba ganyan din yung
The
nangyari?
rainforest is
Yung
home
kila
to many
Scaramouche?
fierce animals and hazardous areas.
Yung
If
hinimatay si
something were to
ano?
happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least until you stop
Thank
having
you po sa
adverse
pag-like,
reactions to this
ate.
kind of smell, okay?
Hindi ba ito yung nangyari kay Traveler, yung kay Scaramouche? Hindi ba hinimatay din bigla si ano? Tapos na-rescue siya ni Yaimiko.
Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Possible nga maging world boss si Scaramouche dito.
Seriously, we just arrived in Sumeru. We're already having problems left and right.
Oh, man.
Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. It'd probably be best to let you recover first. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know. What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now?
But what I mean is... I don't think what I saw is hallucination.
The vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations,
Premonition.
What could it be?
Premonition. Mangyayari pa lang yun. I felt standing under, but the red sky, could it be that?
Well, considering
Conria?
how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tainari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right?
Wait nga lang guys. BRB. Ayan. Ano daw? Misjudged gender situation, you could get worse. Paul wasn't telling us the truth.
Huh?
Yeah.
You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us?
Kaya nga pinapa-stay kayo ng matagal siguro kasi iimbestigahan. Ayan.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations.
Ayan nga.
But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kali's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru.
Okay. Baka magkaka-vision na naman siya.
Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kali!
Nice! Nasaan tayong banda? Okay. Ilan ano to? Statue of the Seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 Statue of the Seven dito. Okay, medyo madami din ah. Ito siguro dito. Then ito dito sa dito. Ito dito sa then ito sa lahat dito. Okay. Wait nga. Ano to? Nag-expire na. Goodbye. Nakakalungkot naman yung ano. Yung Golden Archipelago tapos na. Tagal ko din ginawa yun eh. So hindi nagbago tong mga ano, mga stall. Wait nga lang guys, BRB. Mag-CR lang ako.
Elazar is a truly troublesome illness. Elazar is a truly troublesome illness.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Elazar is a truly troublesome illness. 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 Elazar is a truly troublesome illness.
Hello guys, I'm back.
Elazar is a truly troublesome.
Binuksan ko lang din pintuan ko guys kasi ang init. Let's go. Continue na natin ang Sumeru. Let's go, let's go. Ayan na. So ano na yung next quest? Find Collie. Okay. Find Collie. Angas naman ito. Para ka talagang may ano. Anong tawag dun sa ano? Yung parang nasa Dying Light to din eh, yung grapple hook ba tawag doon? Oh man.
Alright, next let's see. Right hand. Yes. Not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
But I have a vision too!
Naprotektahan
Am
siya.
I useless to everyone now?
No, Collie.
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Wait lang guys. Sorry. Ayan. Ayan. Okay guys. Ayan.
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh?
Buti alam mo tayo, Nari.
In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the statue of the Seven.
Inutusan pa.
Tanari, we're ready to head out.
Bruh.
Roger, I'll be right there. Alright, we'll be heading into the forest.
Parang
now.
errands
I'll
na
leave any
ito
further
pinagawa kay
details
la
to Kale.
Traveler.
Yes, you can count on me.
Siguro pinoprotektahan ni Tainari si Cody. Siguro meron siyang ini-expect na kakalabanin.
What exactly are we going to be doing today? Tainari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really
That's
sound
just
like a job
errands,
for a ranger.
Simon.
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They
Ang
handle a
forest
variety of tasks,
rangers.
like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing
Damn.
assistance to travelers and locals. As for
Lahat sila
Master,
nag-aasikaso.
he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest.
Bagay, kung forest
Today we can
rangers
perform
na
routine
naman.
checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven.
Paimon, traveler, this way.
Wait,
You can leave
Kali.
the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Nasaan ka, Kali? Yun lang yung gusto kong i-add sa Genshin. Kung halimbawang may follow ka na character, sana makikita mo siyang naglalakad din. Parang other, ano din. Sabagay, pang palit na lang din siguro ng adventurer. Hello, Kirby. Wait lang, kunin muna natin tong viewpoint. Yeah. Viewpoint. City above forest, and okay. Then
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones.
lamps. Anong lamps? Itong lamp? Ha? Ah, okay, ayun. Lamp pala yun. Para nga talaga silang Hearts of Turn ng ng Guild Wars.
Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it.
Okay. Then ay okay, sobrang lapit ko na pala dito sa village na to, no? Kasi dito ako nag-pass out si Traveler.
No problems with this lamp. Good.
Okay, itong lamp wala rin. Lizard! Flowers. Ayan.
The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You
Okay.
must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue.
No need to worry, I'm a terrific climber.
I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Kakakyat ko lang.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas.
Buti alam mo,
By the
Paimon.
way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukudavata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh?
Dalawa?
Greater Lord Rukudavata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukudavata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon.
Okay.
She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone.
Okay.
To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago.
Katulad ni Raiden Makoto.
According to what Master has
Kapatid ni
told me,
ni
the
Eva.
sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sirastana.
Grabe naman discrimination
Then
yan.
what happened?
Lesser Lord.
Well, and then, I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Okay.
You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But
But
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand.
no, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers.
okay.
Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
Oh, yeah. Someone stabbed.
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Amber. Outrider Amber.
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt
And
sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outrider headquarters was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure. You really like Amber.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So,
Yeah.
how do you know that we've met Amber?
Baka kinuwento sila?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters.
Oh,
In one
okay.
letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion.
Floating companion na
I
naman.
knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
Ah, so that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really. I wish I could tell you more about the Ginger Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any
Aw.
books. Sorry.
Oh well. More readings to come.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Ruka Devata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana until you mentioned them.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Ginger Archon?
Explain the purpose of your journey to Kali.
So that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your story.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? Alright, we have a statue to clean.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy.
Oh man, I have
Let's
a
meet back
bad
here
feeling
shortly.
about this. Let's go. Oh, Hara. Let's go.
One with nature.
Kakakyat ko lang dito kanina eh. Akyat na naman. Ano kaya bigay na tong dendro? Stamina? Please tell me it's stamina.
The wind knows me.
Ngayon, paano natin lilinisin to?
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Ruka Devata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Siguro yung Greater Lord Ruka Devata kasi... I don't know.
You might be right. The statue does look kinda old.
Kasi kung recently lang daw na isa.
Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later.
Kung nung nakaraan pa
Let's
lang.
get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top and you clean everything below.
Roger, Paimon. Buti na lang dito tuloy-tuloy lang yung story.
Nice work. That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
Nasaan na si Kale? Wala pa siya. May nangyari siguro. I have a bad feeling about this. Hindi, ayun na siya. Kala ko may umatake sa kanya. Kasi si Tainari.
We're back!
Okay. Ganda ng OST ng
Welcome
Sumeru.
back. You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
Oh, thank you, Kali.
Yay! Food! What kind of goodies did you bring?
Meron
Don't be a
ako.
party pooper. It's
Emergency
not like Kale
food.
is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets.
Pita
I hope you'll
pockets.
like them.
Huh.
What?
Oh, God. Damn it, Kali.
Dropped it on the ground.
No.
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh my God, Kali.
Oh,
You're so clumsy.
Paimon nearly had a heart attack there.
Pitas? Ano to? Pita bread? Or...
Those pitas are amazing. You're quite the cook, Kale.
Oh, so may mga bagong
Thank
recipe
goodness you
tayo.
wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
Oh, Paimon.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time.
Yes,
Yay!
yes.
Thanks, Kale. It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
So, Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission.
Because he knows her
Paimon knocks stuff over all
personality.
the time flying around the Traveler, but she's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
It's just the
No,
way he
you've
is.
got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their
Ooh.
cunning wit and reclusive nature.
Okay, that's nice.
Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. Seems you already know him well. Anyway, I'm sure the sages were not happy about his responses. Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a forest watcher. Every day he helps the locals of the forest and passes on his extensive knowledge to trainees like me. In fact,
That's nice.
Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Paimon's still kinda upset though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
May ginawa ka siguro, Paimon.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, "Why, oh why? Is she going to die?" It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Okay lang yan, Paimon.
Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you.
Ano, Paimon?
Hey! Now even Kali started to laugh. That's it! Paimon won't forget this. It's time for some Paimonial wrath! No! Don't touch me! Oh, sorry, Kale.
Oh, what the
Paimon
hell?
didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Okay.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that.
Ooh.
Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharvaville. I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
Okay. Carly, that's a little sus. What the hell happened?
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look,
That's a little
she's
sus.
practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
Oh, wait. Ano to? Okay. Nice. One Primo Gem. Traveling Merchant. Hello. What do you sell? No, I don't need. Meron ka bang binibenta? Big Dream. Okay, let's see. Ah, man.
The rainforest climate is far more pleasant than that of the desert.
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes. I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Bilis naman niya.
Okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
Okay, wait, 8 a.m. the following day. Oh wait, merong... Ay, may Oculus.
Time to go.
Wait lang. Hindi ko na kailangan yung Dendro kasi pwede kong gamitin si
Into the wind.
Kazua.
Time to go.
Time to go. Okay. Okay, may achievement. Ano achievement natin? Okay. Ano to? Okay, that's 10. Ano din? Teka. Wait na tayo ng 8 a.m. the following day. Ito na kaya yun or hindi pa?
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be.
Maybe she has a trauma,
Maybe
Paimon.
she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
Oh, ano nangyari kaya?
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
Okay. Where's elsewhere? Elsewhere.
Alright, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you
Nice! May
are or
pang
your
shield
past
na!
feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because... well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Okay, ano yan?
Elazar?
Ano Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body.
Okay.
At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
Okay.
That sounds terrifying.
Lose control
Wait,
over their body.
hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Oo, kasi hindi niya
Correct.
katawan niya.
That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything. lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However,
man.
there is unfortunately still no true
that's bad.
cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
Oh no,
What? The
pinag-eksperimentuhan lang.
Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor.
Si ano?
I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has
Ako
left deep
pinag-eksperimentuhan
scars.
siya.
Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
May trauma siya.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary,
Kaya pala ayaw niyang
I'm
pasamahin.
afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. Alright, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
Alright, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Okay.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows
Hindi ka ba
right here
tapakan?
around Gandharvaville.
Ah, bawal.
Given the name,
Oh, may
it sounds
challenge.
like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When
Ayan,
fully
nakaya.
matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower.
Okay.
You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the
That's
Kalpalata,
nice.
for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but
Oh,
rather a
bagong
vine.
kalaban.
And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh!
Okay, our first
Okay,
enemy sa
then.
Sumeru. Oh, they're like, ano?
Never bring up the topic of flowers with Trina.
Okay, our first Sumeru enemy. Parang mushroom. Oh, and merong ano?
Shine down! Let's light it up!
The wind knows me.
Stabilized.
Whoa! What the hell? Instant namatay? How?
One with nature.
Wait nga, akitin nga natin to munang statue. Ay, yung
The wind knows me.
yung waypoint. Kunin natin ang... Unlock natin yung waypoint. Ayan, let's go. Nasaan yan? Sa taas pa ba ng bundok yan? Taas pa nga ng bundok. Kamusta kaya yung mga mobs dito sa Sumeru? Gano'ng kalalakas kaya? Ooh, Sumeru Rose. Nice. Oh, merong side quest. And I think... magbalik ako na lang yan. Ayun na. Anayin natin tong... Nice. Meron na tayong waypoint dito. And I see merong what do you call this? Nasaan? Yung dendroculus ba tawag dito?
Time to go.
Saan? Dito?
Solidify!
Uy, sumabog! What the hell?
Into the wind.
Uy, may aso! Ang cute! Hello, doggy! Ang cute naman, may doggy. Ang cute na yung aso. Wait nga, saan pa ba? Dapat di ko kinokolekta to kasi papanoodin ko sa YouTube lang yung location na tong mga dendroculus. As I don't have the patience para isa-isahin hanapin. Oh, meron na naman tayong teleport waypoint doon pero mamaya na. Ayun, nakita ko na yung isa. Ito yung kailangan niya, di ba? Ito ba? Ay, hindi ba ito? Ah, okay, wait.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching.
Okay.
If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Okay. Nakakolect na ako ng 2. Ito yung kailangan, di ba? Okay.
Alright,
Ayun, okay
we've
na.
gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari.
Let's go.
Hey,
Ayan.
Tainari! We found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, very good. These are all excellent quality.
Nice.
I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on some other things I need.
Hey, Tainari!
Okay, ano nangyari?
Oh, Tainari! Someone's calling your name! They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Huh. Curious. Wait, bago tayo unlock natin yung waypoint. Unlock natin yung waypoint. Hindi, sige, mamaya na nga. Sa off-stream ko na lang i-unlock yung mga waypoint siguro. Pero maybe later. Hindi naman natin tatapusin agad tong quest. Save ko to.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
Oh god.
The
Ano yung
withering is
zone?
back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading, so we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Wait, Tainari! Why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects for a...
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a
Hindi na
withering
kailangan ng
zone,
vision
we
niya.
first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, she may not have a vision, but she's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close.
Okay. Before that, let's unlock the waypoint.
Time to go.
Unlock natin yung waypoint, guys. Teka, i-recharge muna natin yung stamina. Ay, bad trip, mali. Ayan mo na, umakit na tayo. Ayan na. Ang taas pala nito. Oy, may kalaban. Bago.
Gather!
Everybody stand back!
Here we go!
The wind knows me.
Let's light it up!
One with nature.
Okay, so ano bigay nitong... so ibang element lang to pero same lang din nung kalaban natin kanina.
A fateful offering.
Okay. That's nice. Akit lang tayo. Okay, muntik na maubos yung stamina natin. Ayun yung waypoint. Anong lugar na to? Sorry. Malapit na ako sa Sumeru City. Mamaya na tayo pumunta rito. Oh man, ayun yung chasm diba? May waypoint din doon. Ayun nga, meron na. I-navigate nga din natin para ma-unlock na natin. Wait lang guys. Ano na din natin tong yung waypoint. Abot ka pag tayo. Glide lang tayo pupunta ron. Kalaban ulit. May slime and then yung mga mushroom stuff. Ayan na. Okay. Okay na, sana may double jump din dito sa sa Genshin. Implement kaya nila yun or hindi na. Nice, may waypoint na ulit.
Time to go.
Nice, baka pag-explore natin tong saan tong lugar na to. Ito ba yun sa baba? Ayan.
Stop.
Ayan na,
Don't
withering
move any further. Look there in the distance.
Oo nga, iba na yung atmosphere dito sa...
Where?
Oh
Oh,
God.
look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
Oh,
That
man.
is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be safe.
Okay.
Thank you.
I gotcha.
But I must warn you, don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing, after all. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the Withering Zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready then? Let's go.
Let's go. Ano to? Parang may meter din kaya or wala?
First, we must locate any branches sustaining the Withering Zone.
Ito, ano to?
There is no escape!
The wind knows me.
Sabi, atakihin daw ba?
Into the wind.
Paano gagawin? Hindi ko mag-gets. Collect withering branches. Okay, so itong mga to. Collect tayo natin.
Solidify!
Let's light it up!
One with nature.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Ha!
This is order.
Yan, di ba patay?
Into the wind. Time to go.
Collect dendro. Okay na, nagko-collect na ako. Then what? Wait lang.
Time to go.
Okay. Charge attack. Charge attacks. Wait lang. Collect muna tayo na to. Okay. Ayun. Okay. And then itong isa. Ito kailangan nata madami. Balik tayo dito. Baka 3 kailangan nito. Okay. So, akala ko atakin. Ito pala, sorry.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we need to take care of the tumor.
As one with wind and cloud.
Now ye shall perish!
Now, destroy the tumors of the Withering.
Nice, okay.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now!
Nice.
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the Withering Zone appears has been increasing.
Oh god, okay.
Even though we were able to quickly clear that Withering Zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The Withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the Withering Zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover.
Oh, that's bad.
This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of Withering Zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also
Maybe there's a
become more
connection
serious.
between those two.
Huh? But why is that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
Irminsul. Wait, parang familiar yung pangalan. Search nga natin. Parang familiar. Saan ko narinig yan?
Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense. You can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards.
What?
I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right?
Ah, okay.
They're like the roots
So
of
sila yung mga
Irminsul,
puno.
spreading
Sa
and
ano?
extending from a massive cavern deep underground,
Sa mga
all the way
domain.
up to the surface. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day.
Okay.
The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Okay. Gandharvaville. Okay, let's return. Lakad na lang muna tayo. Tsaka na tayo mag-teleport pagka... Explore muna tayo. Ang ganda nung itsura. Environment na Sumeru. Kolekta lang tayo ng mga ano to, investigate cabbage, Sumeru rose. Let's go. Ayan. Mushroom again. Investigate. Okay, more. Wait, sa taas? Ay, okay. Sa ano nga pala kami.
One with nature. Time to go.
Ah, bad trip. Wala nga palang double jump. Ayan, okay. Then sa pinakataas pa, lipad na lang tayo dito.
Yeah. Into the wind.
Ayan, okay. We back. We back, people. We back.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh. Wait, is that?
Ano yan?
Oh no, Hypatia!
Ano meron dun?
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
Ano
This
nangyayari?
Dustbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and
okay.
Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first. Oh.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations.
Oh, God.
This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Kasi baka
Well,
gutom na siya.
obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... well, I prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the Traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Tapos naman na
Let's
siya
find out.
mag-meditation,
Here,
di ba?
Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that she'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Okay.
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that she could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that she would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru.
Oh, God.
Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneol are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul, just as you did.
Okay.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
Oh, Paimon.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment.
Wait here a moment. Okay.
Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may have.
Okay.
No.
Dadala ka ng
I
food
should
sa
be the one
kanya?
thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Rescue Hypatia. Gutom na siya. Oh, okay. So, pwede akong kahit sino pala pwedeng gumamit nito. Ang angas naman nito. Woo! I'm Batman! Ang angas naman nun. Teka, nasan to isang... Ang angas naman nun. Pwede pala yun. Saan kaya? Baka sa ilalim? Hindi. Or dito sa parang... Ah, man, it's blocked! Not tayo makapunta doon. Forest Ranger. Ba't kanina wala tong mga to?
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Huh.
Hey! There's nobody
Walang tao.
here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
What's that sound? Sound like it's coming from inside the cave. Okay. Baka nagtatago siya dyan. Ayun, sa baba, ano yan? What the hell? Ano yan? Ang cute. What the hell? What the hell? Ano yun? Ano nangyari?
There you are. Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Let's try finding some water first.
3 araw hindi kumain.
Huh? Wait. Why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden? Anyway, let's go look around.
Super fun. What? Ay, bakit nasa ibang lugar na sila?
Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area.
Oh god. Ano nangyari? Wait lang guys. Ayan na. Ano kaya to? Baka nasa domain ako. Kasi nag-loading siya kanina eh. Oo nga, domain. The Resurrection eh.
Wow, this place is huge! I knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Okay. Okay, so pwede kang mag-bounce. Wait, isa pa. Ayun. Wait, meron pa isa. Ano to? Dead end. Whoa, what the hell? What? What is happening? Oh, bakit nasa Inazuma na ako?
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
What? Ba't nasa Inazuma domain ako? The hell? Oh, ay, iba na. Anong nangyayari? Okay, bumalik na tayo sa isa. You'll find collect 3. Okay. Parang ano lang din. Anong tawag na? No! Hindi ako umabot. Bad trip. Okay, ito. Meron ba tayong... Okay, may kalaban. Ito familiar ako sa mga.
Stabilize!
Illusion shattered! Going in! Into the wind!
Oh god.
Gather!
Everybody stand back!
One with nature.
This is order.
Okay, ano to? Saan ako dadalhin? Anong nangyayari? What the hell is happening? What? Okay, ito yung isa. Kailangan ko pa ng dalawa. Ano yan? Ah, okay na ano ko. Dito ba tayo akit? Hindi. Paano tayo makakapunta ron? How? Paano? Paano tayo makakapunta ron?
Into the wind.
Ah, ito. Hindi ko nakita.
One with nature.
Paano? Ah, okay. Hindi ko napansin yan. Pwede pala tayo mag-ano. Kasi ito pwede ko na mabuksan. Okay. Oh god, ano nangyayari? Oh, bumalik na naman tayo sa
What
Inazuma.
the cat is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Ano to? What the hell? What?
Time to go.
Ah, okay, baka puzzle? What the hell is happening? Puzzle ba yan or what? Okay. Ano nangyari? Wow, ha? Naging painting. Sa elevator. Nasa Inazuma na tayo. Ano nangyari? Oh God. Go to the upper platform. Okay. Batman. Para talagang Batman, Diyos ko. Patuwi. Ay, Abyss Herald.
Well. Looks like we meet again, traveler.
What the hell?
Miss Harold, what are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you.
Oh, man. Nakalabanin ka na naman. Okay.
Stabilize this.
There is no escape!
The wind knows me.
I'm going in!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my
Torn to oblivion!
Ano na yan? Ayan.
I will have order. Gather.
into to the wind.
Ba't hindi na siya nababawasan?
Adventure time!
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We've faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your brother. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial? His Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in his eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
The hell happened? Anong nangyari?
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is!
Oh,
Quick,
parang panaginip
let's see
na
how
lang.
she's doing.
So sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you okay? That's really not like you. Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure she's alright
Oo nga.
first.
Anong nangyari sa kanya?
Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Huh.
Who's there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived.
Oh.
We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and
Baka
found
yung
like
nakita ni
this.
Traveler kanina.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
Oh, okay.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them.
Okay.
But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul. Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, alright, we're up, traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup. You'll love them, Hypatia. They're our specialties after all.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too. To be honest, the last time had to be when Tainari came to visit.
Ayun. So, okay. Siguro dito ko muna tatapusin yung stream natin, guys. Siguro mag-stream ulit ako mamayang gabi para continue natin tong quest para dito sa Sumeru Arc. So, yun lang. See you later, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you sa pag-watch.